All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning or afternoon, whatever the case may be. This is associated with the assignment that I posted this morning, and this is how to find those oxidation numbers, which is what you're going to be filling out today. So, quickly, for a neutral molecule, the overall charge is 0. And what this means that the oxidation numbers of the elements must also equal 0. If the molecule is an ion, the sum of the oxidation numbers must equal the charge. So you need to know those two facts. And also, I'm going to write this down. Let me change my pen. Let's see. Not that color. We'll try purple. All right, so we also need to know that, remember, everything in column 1, which is lithium, sodium, etc., that's on the periodic table, are all +1. Hydrogen is either +1 or -1. Column 2 is going to be +2. That includes beryllium, magnesium, calcium, etc. Everything down that column. Let me say that's fluorine, always -1. Oxygen, -1 or -2. And basically that's all you need. And I should say column 17, which is Cl, Br, iodine, -1 except bound to oxygen. Then it becomes positive. And I'm going to show you what this means. So let's look at this. This is supposed to be Fe2O3. So how do we figure out the oxidation numbers? We've got two elements here. One is iron, the other one's oxygen. We know oxygen is always going to be -2. So and the overall charge, since this is neutral, is going to be 0. So we're going to have 2x plus 3 times -2 is going to equal 0. 2x minus 6 is equal to 0. X is equal to 2x is equal to 6. Then x is equal to 3, and iron is going to have an oxidation number of +3, and oxygen is going to be -2. And we'll point out, this is the oxidation number for each oxygen atom. So since I have 3, that's a total of -6. I have 2 ions in this, so 2x is going to be equal to -6 is equal to 0. And this is how this works. So this is basically a little bit of algebra, but it should be simple. Next we have nickel, carbon, and oxygen. So nickel can be either +1, +2, +3, whatever. Carbon, we don't know yet, but I know what it is. And oxygen, which we have 3 of, is going to be -2. So x plus y minus 3 times 2 will equal 0. So x plus y is going to -6 is equal to 0. Now, carbon is going to be, in this case, it will have +4. So x plus 4 minus 6 is equal to 0. X is equal to 6 minus 4. And then x is going to be 2, which is the oxidation number of nickel. So nickel is going to be +2, carbon is going to be +4, and oxygen is going to be -2. Now, how come I know carbon is going to be +4, where it can range from -4 to +4? And it's due to the fact that it has a lot of oxygen on it. This is actually CO2, CO3 2-, and this is an anion that you should recognize, or should be able to recognize from the previous chapters. So, this will help you if you understand this is an anion and what the charge of the anion is. You can figure out the nickel, and you can figure out what's in the middle for carbon. This is all the knowledge of chemistry, and you guys can get this, and use your notes on this problem set as well. And so now we have two more. These are both charged. We have nitrogen and oxygen. Again, so we're going to, and this is a -1 charge. So we know oxygen is always -2. Nitrogen we don't know. So we got one of them. So it'll be X minus plus, I should say -3 times 2 is equal to a -1. X plus 2 times 3 is 6. That's -6 is equal to -1. Move that across over. X is equal to 5. So the oxidation number of nitrogen is +5, and oxygen is going to be -2. I want to point out the oxygen this is MnO4 minus. The oxygens are bound to the magnesium. There are very special cases where oxygen is bound to itself, but most of these anions are not it. So here we go again. Mn we don't know. That's X plus -2 times 4. And actually, this is going to be +3 times -2. Sorry about that. I'm going to move that up there. And this is going to be equal to -1. X plus 2 times 4 is 8. And that's going to be -8 is equal to -1. Move it over. X is equal to 7. And that's the oxidation number of manganese. +7. Oxygen again is -2. And this is what you need to do to go through all that. Remember, if you have something like NiCl2, nickel 2 chloride, chlorine is -1, so you got X plus -1 times 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to -2 plus -2 is equal to 0. Move it over, X is equal to 2, and that's the charge of nickel, oxidation number of nickel. I hope this all makes sense. Have fun working on the assignment today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.